Welcome to DSC presentation of University of Vienna. My name is Himalpuri, matriculate number 1173-1890. So this is the project of home automation system where there will be communication framework and some microservices which will use the communication framework to broadcast the message. So here we have uh, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 microservices and one RMI microservices which will communicate with the switch directly. So first I have used Maven to install the communication framework in the local repository. After that I have implemented this dependency in all of the microservices, and from there on I used this framework to communicate to the other microservices. So these are the microservices list which you can see. So I have faced a problem with the running with the build in the terminal, so I have tried to run with the IntelliJ, and I'll tell you in the second phase of this presentation what was the problem and which I could not solve it. So there was a database as well to see the messages, but since I was not able to implement the database, I provided the REST API endpoint which can be used for evaluation purpose of the message sent or received and blocked. So here in this phase you can see there are no rejection message and though no acceptance message for the coupler. So this is the initial state of the buttons in the actuator in group 2. So the ID start with the 2 since it is in group 2, and the relay state is in false, and these are the connected buttons. So it is connected with the 201 and 202. Similar, this one is connected with 203 and 204. And here you can see in the third one that it is connected with the button of the group 1. So this message has to be passed through network coupler to reach in these microservices. So it's the same here with the group 1 as well. All are false, and this is connected with the 2 of same group. It's the 2 of same group. Here it is connected with the button of another group, so it's the same message has to be passed through the coupler. So here we can see, suppose we press 101, it should be turned on. So let's press 101. And reload it. Here you can see it's true, and we can see what messages has been arrived in this microservices. So the message which was arrived is this one. Actually this is the payload. The actual message is big with a lot of details, so this is the actual payload which was arrived in this microservice. So this is connected with the 100 and 102. So 102 has to send false. So let's try that. Do 102. So this send false. Here you can see it is false. If we see messages, you can see this send a message as a false. So these are the messages which will arrive here. So let's experiment with the microservice of different group where the message has to be passed through the coupler. So this is connected with 205. Let's try that. 5. So this is the microservice from another group. Here you can see it turned on. So again, if we want to turn it off, then we have to press 105. So we can go to the another client of the same group, and we say here, yeah, I want to send another message 105, and yeah, it's turned on. So the messages which was arrived were 4 messages, 200 from 205, from 105, 102, and 101. So these are the message arrived. So here we can, for analysis purpose, the coupler is still analyzing the messages unless the messages arrived from all of the buttons from both groups. So it will be 16, 8 from group 1, 8 from group 2. So there is only one acceptance message because from group 2 to group 1 there was only one accepted message and other messages were not needed to forward. So for rejection message there are 3 messages. Here we can see because the messages were sent to the same groups, so the coupler will block this type of message and it will not forward it to the another group because the message is intended for its own group. So in the next phase I'll show you how coupler will function. This is the basic functionality. If you want to see with the second group by turning with the 106, let's try that. Do you want to send message as 106? So this message should be in the acceptance message in network coupler because this message is intended from another group which is 106 in the group 2. So it is turned on true. So it should be on acceptance message. Here you can see that was the message was accepted because it was actually intended for the actuate relay of another group. So likewise, if we want to turn it off again, we can press 206 of the same group. Do you want to send message? Yes, 206. So here you can see this is turned off. So this message should be in the rejected list because it was sent from the same microservice to same 206. Here you can see it. So it is blocked because it was intended from originate from same group and destination was on the same group. So the message were blocked. So next I'm gonna show you how coupler works in another video.